Per 9000's game room.
Pinball games have always been a part of the video game world, and despite the sheer number of digital pinball titles, there's one name that always seems to come up when they're discussed, and that's Devil's Crush. Alternatively, it's known as Devil's Crash, or if you're a Mega Drive owner, you're most likely to know it as Dragon's Fury. This in itself was a sequel to the equally strange Alien Crush. But for those that look back, I think Devil's Crush basically remains the undisputed pinnacle of pinballing games. It's just, for its time, it's phenomenal. And here we have a game called Demon's Tilt. Now I have to admit, I honestly thought that it was made by the same people. It feels very much like a Dragon's Fury follow-on. But Demon's Tilt Occult Pinball is in fact made by Wizen War developer, a much newer studio. Demon's Tilt takes place on a single massive 3-screen high table, which is packed with all kinds of occult, vampire, demon type monster images. Many of which will fire projectiles which will collide with your ball and cause it to fly all over the place. And you've not just got one set of flippers, you've got a set of flippers at the bottom of each of the table's 3 sections, as well as a few mini flippers hid here and about. And the aim's exactly what you'd think it'd be on a pinball game. It's to gain as many points as possible using your 3 balls. The ball physics are great, which is probably, one of the most important things in this kind of game. But the visuals to the game, they are amazing. They really grab your attention as soon as you start playing. It's a really interesting, unique, intricate table, and hitting various sections on the table will cause events and transitions to occur, and there's stuff that you wouldn't be able to see on a real world pinball table. You see a monster face explode in pieces, and more and more and more get shown. You awaken Lilith, the Satanist nun in the middle of the table, and then she starts crying tears of blood when you've eventually hit her enough. And there's an iron mask at the top. When you smash the mask off enough times, you see there's a lion's head behind it. There's pretty much something that happens to almost every element on this table if you hit it enough. The game is just a great visual feast. The music as well is spot on. And it's just a great fun game to play. You can get on it for a quick bash here and there, but you can also find yourself spending quite a substantial amount of time on it, especially if you're one of those people who likes to chase a better score. I think the highest quality thing said about it is the fact that I actually thought this was a bona fide sequel to Dragon's Fury. That is how down the developer has got this game. Anyway, if you own a console or PC, I'd really recommend you give this game a bash, as it's, although very much the same as Dragon's Fury in the past, there's not a lot like it now. It's very unique for nowadays. And it's also a great spectacle to watch. Okay, this is Kerr9000 signing off. Keep on gaming.